Hey guys, I'm going to be doing a tutorial on how to play Vamana in Smite Duel. So with Vamana, you want to put 1 point in as 2, the umbrella, and 2 points into his 3, which is the move dash where he throws the umbrella. That does the most damage. And for items, I went with Death Toll and I went for Genji's tier 1. This is so I don't die and I have the sustain. With Vamana, he's more of a late game god. He's brilliant once he gets his card online, but before he can get his cards online, he's okay. So I went with defense early, just to make sure I don't die and I can get to mid game. I picked up the speed buff here just so I can clear the mana quicker and I can clear the lane once I get the mana buff. So for the matchup today, we're up against a Ymir. Now, we should definitely win this late game. There's no way a Ymir can beat a Vamana late game. He's an auto attack god and he's a guardian essentially. So most auto attack gods win late game. And Vamana, as I mentioned, is a late game god. The only way I would lose this is if I get outplayed and I lose the early game and he gets ahead. So that's just what I need to do. I need to make sure I don't lose the early game. So right there, I used my 1 on the minion wave. I dodged his abilities, so that wasn't the best play by myself, but I got a bit lucky here. But it's all fine as long as I don't die and I get some of the XP and gold for the minion wave. So I'm actually going to hit level 5 since I double buffed and I got that wave. And I'm going to go back in and use my ult just to clear the wave. Don't be afraid to use your ults just for the waves of the buffs. So your ult gives you an AoE basic attack. With Death Toll, I get a lot of health and mana back from my AoEs, and he almost dies there. I don't necessarily need to kill him, I just need to get the wave. So the next item that we want to complete is our full boots. We want to get Ninja Tab Eyes so we can run around the map, so we can farm up, not get caught by his moves so we can juke better. The attack speed and power and the mana from Ninja Tab Eyes is brilliant, so we want to complete that first. So I can't afford it at that back just then, so I'll just get tier 2 and I'll get it once I can afford it. So I'm just getting the red buff here and I'm going to go to the wave. See, one of the most important things about Smite is just farming. You just want to get all the XP and gold that you can. And as I mentioned, with a late game god, that's the only thing that matters. You don't need to make any risky plays just for an early kill. It helps massively if I can get an early kill, but it's not the most important thing ever. If I can get to late game, I'll win. And if I can keep up with his farm, that's the only thing that matters at the moment. Right now I'm trading with him because I've got my ult. I just stayed out of the range of his abilities, just so he can get me. I've got my ult here because I'm about to die. He's got his ult, and it wasn't enough to kill me. So I just heal back up. So I went for my finished boots and I went for tier 2 Genjis. Usually you want to work on either your hasted katana or your frostbound as soon as you finish boots. The problem with Vamana is in his ult you can't actually stick to people. So you want to go for either hasted so you don't get a movement speed penalty when you basic attack them, or you get frostbound so you can slow them by 30%. So if you didn't know, your basic attack penalty is 30% as well. So essentially, when you get Frostbound, they're slowed as much as you are when you auto attack. So that forces them to either fight or use an escape or some sort of relic. So I just jump cut to our next wave of minions. Hit him with my 2 just to annoy him. Threw my 3 to get the wave. I'm literally just ignoring him because I want to get the farm. It does a lot of damage there, to be fair, so I'm going to heal off this wave using Death Toll. And once I've healed up, I'm going to go back to the mid lane and get the farm. So he's going to try and warn me and do some damage. It's fine, I've got my ult, but I think so I just about escaped there. And I can heal back up using my ult and my Death Toll. So I actually did miss out on a lot of XP there and gold since he managed to push my wave. It's bad play by me, but it's fine. And I get credit for that, some of those minions, since I did basic attack them and I am within range. So he's being a bit annoying here and he walled me off. Luckily he didn't hit me with any other stuns or freezes or anything. So I was able to get back safely and I just got the farm. I opted to go for shotguns because I wanted the attack speed and I wanted the damage. And here I'm working on my Frostbound, as I mentioned. So once I get Frostbound, that will help me out massively. So I've got Shogun's Ninja Tarbis, and once I get Frostbound, I should out DPS him even if he freezes me, even if he does wherever. I'll have too much health and defense and DPS. And the idea is I use my kit, so I use my 1, 2, and 3 to get him as low as possible and get him to use all his abilities. Once he uses all his abilities, that's when I ult and I finish him off with my ult. Because he'll have to fight without his abilities and I've got my ult. So anyway, we can't do that at the moment since our ult is down and we haven't even got Frostbound. So we just need to keep farming. I want to get this red buff. He freezes me and I think he's able to get it. Yeah, so he's able to get it there, which is annoying. I'm just going to hit him just to heal up for a bit. I got outplayed there, which is fair enough to him. He did do me there, but it's fine. If I can get to late game, then I've won this. So it's not the worst thing in the world. Just stay calm. Dying isn't the worst thing on Smite. Losing a lot of XP and farm is how you get behind. I'll lose some minions there, but if you look at the top, I'm only 500 goals behind, which isn't too far off. I'm only a level behind as well. Once I get my Frostbound online, then I should win. So it's fine, I'm not too fussed. He's already used an ult, whereas I haven't. So I'm just basically DPSing him at the moment. And I'm just healing back up using my ult. I can't kill him because I haven't got Frostbound or hasted, and look, he can just run away. See, if I'm basic attacking him, and he's not basic attacking me, he can easily run away, and that's the issue with Vamana. So he's more of a mid to late game god because you need one of those two items to be effective. He almost outplays me again there, which is a bit of a shame, but that's fine. I'm only 900 goals away from my Frostbound. So right now I'm being super greedy and I'm actually staying for some more farm. I'm trying to wait for the wave. I'm waiting for him to go back so I can get this wave. And that way I can afford my Frostbound. As the game goes on, he won't be able to keep up with the damage that I do. Because that's just how Guardians work. Guardians always fall off late game. So for my second relic, I went for Thorns, and for my first relic, I went for Beads. For to talk about my first relic, so Beads is great against Ymir because he literally has 2 slows, his ultimate and that move where he hits the ground, and he has his freeze. So Beads is great for me to survive early game and even late game. Say if I'm trying to kill him, he can't freeze me and kill me. I can just Beads and kill him off. And Thorns is simply because I should be able to out DPS him, and I can just use Thorns at the end to reflect back any damage. Right now, you can see the effects of Frostbound now. So look, I'm actually out DPSing him right here. I'm healing through my Death Toll. I've got a lot of attack speed on. I've got a lot of health on. So I'm actually out DPSing him. I couldn't quite get him down enough just to use my ult and tower dive. But that's fine. He hasn't actually went back yet, so I'm just trying to annoy him because I know I'll win this fight. I've got my potions ticking, and I know I'll win this fight. So I managed to survive that, and I've ulted, and now he's frozen. Well, not frozen, sorry, he's slowed by 30%, and I've got my ult. And I should be able to win this fight here. So he pops his shell and his thorns. I see those two have a much longer cooldown than my ult. So in the next fight, as long as I can fight him before his 2 relics come back, then I should win because he won't have them back up. And I'll have my ultimate a lot faster than he does. I still have my thorns, so I'm in a much better position for the next fight. I'm only 500 goals behind, but as I mentioned, for the next fight, I'll have my relic and he won't have his, and I should out DPS him. So we're actually coming up to another fight right now. I haven't got my ult for this fight, it's still down for 40 seconds. He wants to fight me because he knows that I haven't got it at the moment, and he thinks he wins without either of us having our ults. He's doing a lot of damage because I think he just finished an item. I probably should be checking. He walled me to block off my one, which is really good by him. And he's just pushing down the wave so he can get some farm and apply some pressure. See, what happened here is I actually mistimed it. I thought I had my ult sooner. I mistimed it. Look, it's literally on cooldown by 3 seconds. Because of that, I actually died, which is a massive shame. I literally just mistimed it by 2 seconds. He's on 0-2, but there's literally nothing to worry about. If I literally had my ult like a second earlier, 3 seconds earlier, I would have won that. So it was just a bit of bad timing by myself. So for the next item, I'm actually going to go for attack speed, just to help me with my ultimate and help me out DPS him. So I'm going to go for Ichiban, and I went for the tier 2 because that gives me 20% attack speed and it gives me 20 power. So right now I've got a lot of attack speed from my Shoguns, Ninja Tabai, and from my tier 2 Ichiban. So I'm just approaching another fight in the mid right now. I'm focusing on the wave because that's the most important part. Just getting the XP and for the pressure. And now I can look to fight him. So I've got my ult, so I actually want to fight him now. I want to burst him down. He's actually got a lot of defense. I think he had 2 defense items. But yeah, because of the defense, he actually survived my ult, which is a massive shame, but it's fine. I think because he's also 1k ahead, he's able to finish off an item, whereas I wasn't able to finish off my Ichiban. I can finish off now, so that was a bit of a waste of fight, but it's fine. So he massively underestimated my power spike, as you can tell. He was confident that he could beat me, and I was able to out DPS him. He's on like a fifth of his health, whereas I'm still around about half. So he actually has got Bancrofts on, which is great for his lifesteal. So he can actually heal up. Right now I haven't got my ult, so I'm just trying to keep him a bit busy. He tried to warm me off and he missed. I've got my ult back now, so I'm actually confident to fight him. I'm trying to lure him back so he can't actually go back to his tower, and here I can just finish him off. Come out with his ult, he just thorns. It's not going to be enough though, so right here I'm just out DPSing him. I'm missing like all my moves, but I was able to get him eventually. And at this point it's more or less all over, only I can mess this up. The game's in my hand. I out DPS him, I've got a Frostbound, he has no escapes at all. Like, one of the best moves against Vamana would be a leap, so he can go through walls to escape his ult. He hasn't even got any escapes, so that's fantastic for me. I'm just gonna focus on getting this tower, and that way next time we fight he hasn't got a tower to run back into. So I'm basically just farming up. I've got 2.9k here. I want to save up for level 20. I want to keep getting enough XP to get level 20, so I can hit Death's Temper, so I can get Death's Temper I just hit level 20 there, so that's what I'm going to look to do. I'm going to go back so I can get that item. That's going to give me a massive power spike. It's going to give me a lot of healing with every basic attack. Death Temper gives you 3% of your health back with every basic attack, and it gives you 1.5% of your health back with every AoE basic attack. That's not the main one. So when Vamana ults and he's hitting multiple minions and the enemy guard, he's healing back a lot. And I'm also building a lot of attack speed too here. So I've got Ichival, Concise, Ninja Tabai and Shoguns. So I'm healing back for loads. I've got less health than him to begin with, but see, I'm really confident in fighting him. Concise is brilliant because he's actually got a lot of health too. Ymir naturally has a lot of health because he's a guardian. So Concise helps me burn him down. And yeah, he just couldn't do anything there. He could have ulted if he wanted to, but that wouldn't have done anything. I still had my dash and I could have dashed out of it. I still had my ult. I actually killed him there without my ult. And I'm going to go into my ult now just so I can burn down this bull demon. I didn't necessarily need it because he was dead, but I kind of wanted to burst it down and then go straight back into the wave. I don't really need it for my next fight. I don't need my ult for my next fight because I can kill him without it. So here I've got Death's Temper and the Concise helps me burn him down by a lot. I've got a lot of magical defense from my Shoguns and I've got 300 health plus all the healing, so I can out sustain any damage that he does. He would need anti-heal. He's got Contagion, and I thought he had Divine there, but he didn't. So he only has Contagion. He also has Witchblade, and that gives him a combined of, I think, 400 additional health. So that's great for my Concise because I can just burn him down. And he actually surrenders there because he knows that I would have got his Phoenix, and I would have used my ult to kill off his Titan. So yeah, he just surrenders because he knew that I won the game. So yeah, hopefully you learned a bit about how to play Vamana in Duel. I'm going to be making more videos about how to play Vamana. I can't get all the intricate details on how to play him into one video, and if I did, it would be really long-winded, and people can only have so much attention span. So I'm going to upload more videos. So please like this video because it helps me out, and subscribe if you want to see more videos. I'm going to upload other gods too, so I'll see you soon.